there, welcome to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Kelly, and my boyfriend Matt and I love to make videos and document everything going on in our lives, whether we are moving across the country, trying our hand at a new house project, going on a trip, or trying to wrangle our crazy dog Nova. We love to share it all and have these videos as tangible memories to look back on. I am extra excited today because tomorrow I leave to fly and meet Matt in Europe. We are going to be going to Switzerland and Italy, and I can't wait. We'll both be flying into Milan, staying there just for a night, and then heading into Zermatt, Switzerland via train for just a couple of days, and then hopping back on the train and heading south through Italy. We're gonna be going to the Cinque Terre area, Florence, Rome, and the Amalfi Coast area, and then back up to Milan, where we'll fly out about 2 weeks later. So super excited for that. Can't wait to show you all what we get up to there. So stay tuned for all of those fun videos to come. Today I thought it would be fun to bring you along and show you what and how I'm packing for this 2-week trip abroad. I've always found these kind of videos fun to watch and really helpful as I try to figure out what to bring and how to pack for trips. So I'm hoping that this video will serve the same purpose. On this trip, I'm gonna be packing for 2 weeks in a carry-on plus a small purse, specifically a backpack. I'm opting for the backpack over something like a small rolling suitcase, a small rolling carry-on, because we are going to be traveling around a lot on this trip. We'll be going to a new city about every 2 to 3 days or so and traveling by train. So I figure having something I can just carry with me that's lighter and easier to get around with will be a lot easier on this kind of trip versus if we were going maybe to just 1 or 2 places and staying in different locations for longer periods of time. I would probably bring my rolling carry-on just because I find that it's easier to kind of organize and pack in something like that, at least for my preference anyway. It's easier to lay everything out and see everything in front of you. I just like how I can organize a little better in something like a structured rolling carry-on. But again, for this trip, we'll be moving around so much that it's just gonna be easier to have a backpack, I think. Also, some of the places that we are going to be staying require a bit of a hike to get to, so I don't want to be trying to roll a suitcase up a mountain or through some rough cobblestone roads or whatever may come on this trip. So I'm just going to stick to the backpack, and I'll let you know how that works out. Okay, so for the pack itself, I'm going to be taking my Osprey Aura 65 liter pack. I have had this pack for 9 years now, almost 10. It's been a good companion on a lot of trips, but it's in great condition. It's comfortable. I love it. I've found no need to upgrade as of yet, though I know there's, I'm sure, many packs that would serve you just as well, if not better. So this is just what I have. No need to buy something new, and this works great. So yeah, that's the pack I'll be taking. So now I'll show you what I'm going to fit inside of it. We'll go ahead and start with some miscellaneous items I'll be bringing along with me on my trip. Of course, number 1 is my camera. I'm going to be taking that to take pictures and videos throughout the trip. Along with that, I'm going to bring this tripod that works for a camera or a phone. It stretches here so you can fit different sized equipment in it. It can also fold up a little smaller to fit into the pack, so that's number 1. And then number 2, I'll be bringing this little case that I'll put all of the camera equipment in. There is a longer strap that goes with this as well, so if you want to carry it around like a little bag, you can. So yeah, and then inside I have this little tripod I got. This one's really handy because it's so compact and small. It just twists into the bottom of the camera, and then it extends if you want it to. You can use it as kind of like a selfie stick kind of thing, or if you just want the camera to be up higher as you're putting it down. And then this bottom part folds out with little legs. So again, super easy. I have this little case that I have memory cards in for the camera, have the battery charger for the camera, and then also in this bag I have 4 spare batteries. One thing that I have found about this camera, I love it. It takes great videos, but it does tend to overheat quite quickly, which is kind of a bummer, and sometimes the batteries get zapped pretty fast. So I just like to have spares on hand so that I don't run out of battery when I'm somewhere where I really want to be taking videos. Okay, so next miscellaneous items, I have this glasses case, which I just keep my sunglasses in, and then this is a really random item, but Matt's coworker in the UK wanted some hats from Under Armour, which I guess he couldn't get there in the UK, so I will be bringing along these 2 hats to give to Matt for his coworker. For toiletries, I'll be bringing everything to fit in this purple bag. I could probably get it smaller, probably pack a little less, but we'll just see if everything fits, and if so, great. If not, we'll take some stuff out. I will be bringing my hairbrush, toothbrush, and then I have this little tin that I think was Mint's originally, but it's super cute. It's from Mount Hood, and I use that for jewelry. I'm not bringing a lot. I don't tend to change out my jewelry a whole lot, but I'm just bringing a couple pairs of earrings, and then I'll have my necklace as well. So if I want to store them or change them out, I'll have those. Hair items, keep it pretty simple. I'll bring my scrunchie that's in my hair now, a couple of hair ties, and 2 headbands, deodorant, Q-tips, razor, my contacts, a little thing of face sunscreen that I wear every day, toothpaste, nail clippers, tweezers, and then I really don't wear makeup hardly at all or all that often, but sometimes I like to, so I'll just be bringing a couple of things. I have an eyelash curler, mascara, this eyebrow gel, little thing of concealer, and chapstick. So I have all of those items just kind of loosely floating around in that purple bag. And then also in that purple bag, inside of a little Ziploc in case things spill, will be all of the kind of liquid items. So in here I have a little thing of face wash, contact solution, soap. I really like this soap because it's pretty concentrated, so you only need a little bit. I can put it on my hands or a loofah or a washcloth and use it to wash my body. I also will sometimes use it to wash laundry in the sink or in the bathtub. I just put a little bit on there and kind of scrub it and let it soak. So if I need to do some laundry or wash a few easy things on the trip, I can use this for that too. And then I have these 2 silicone little travel containers for liquids, one for shampoo and one for conditioner. And then my next subcategory, I guess, under miscellaneous items would be all of my diabetic supplies. I am a type 1 diabetic and have been for 21 years. And if there's one area I always overpack in, it's definitely in my diabetic supplies, but I'd rather have too much than not enough, especially when I'm going somewhere where I'm unsure of accessibility to more supplies or I'm really far from my doctor. So I definitely pack far more pump and test kit supplies than I know that I'll need. So in here I just have some granola bars and a separate little bag of glucose tabs for if my blood sugar goes low while I'm traveling. And then in this larger bag I have all of my site changes, extra batteries, my insulin, extra test strips. This is all of my bulk diabetic supplies for when I'm traveling. Again, it is far more than I know I'm gonna need for 2 weeks. I also do have in here the little card that came with my insulin from the pharmacy. Again, probably don't need it, but it just is kind of a little extra reassurance to show that I am prescribed this, and might help answer any questions if anyone does have any while I'm traveling. I have never run into any issues traveling with any supplies. I do find it easy to have everything in one bag like this that is see-through, so that TSA or anyone needing to look at it can see the contents of the bag really easily. and so that it's all just in one place. If you are a type 1 diabetic who is new to traveling, especially internationally, and you have any questions or things you're worried about, whether that may be going through airport security with an insulin pump, what that looks like, what it entails, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have or make a separate video about traveling as a type 1 diabetic. Anything that might be useful to you guys, I'm more than happy to make. Another thing I have had in this bag in the past or with my supplies when I've traveled internationally is a letter from my endocrinologist, just kind of detailing what I have and why, that I am a type 1 diabetic, why I need to have certain things with me. That's just an extra level of peace of mind. You can even have that letter translated if you know that you're going to be traveling somewhere where English proficiency is limited. Again, it's just an extra piece of information that's helpful should you run into any questions or issues, especially going through an airport with all of these supplies. Another thing I've really liked that I found traveling as a diabetic are these little vial safe, like rubber insulin protectors, I guess is what you'd call them. I think this came in a pack of like 2 or 3, and it's just a little rubber protector for your vials of insulin. They're pretty cheap, but really nice to have just to make sure nothing happens to your insulin while you're traveling. Next up, I'll bring you through all the clothes that I am packing in my carry-on for 2 weeks. So I'll first run you through the whole list of everything that I'm bringing, and then I will dive into a few items specifically and show you how I pack it all into my carry-on to maximize space. So in my carry-on for 2 weeks, I will be packing 7 pairs of underwear, 4 pairs of socks, 1 swimsuit, 1 pair of pajamas, 3 t-shirts, 4 tank tops, 3 pairs of shorts, 1 active skirt type thing, 1 dress, 1 pair of long leggings and 1 long sleeve shirt, both of which I'll be wearing on the plane, 1 scarf shawl wrap type deal, 1 puffy lightweight jacket, and 1 raincoat. And I'm also bringing my pair of tennis shoes. I'll wear these on the plane. Again, super great for just hiking, getting around, keeping my feet as comfy as possible as we're doing a lot of walking on this trip. I'm sure there are a few items I could do without. I'm sure there is a far more minimalist way of packing, but I wanted some items that were versatile, that I could wear for different occasions, whether that be going on hikes and being more active and definitely getting pretty sweaty, to just kind of strolling around cities, going out to eat, seeing different sights. I feel like everything I'm bringing will be pretty well-rounded. At the end of my trip, I'll definitely let you know what I used and what I didn't, what I would change, but that's what I'm gonna go with for this trip, so we'll see how it goes. I've seen a lot of different opinions and videos about utilizing packing cubes or different kind of storage little containers and things for travel. I know I've heard some people love them, some people hate them. I myself don't have any packing cubes, I've never used them, but I do have a little bit of a kind of cheap knockoff packing cube situation that I tend to use when I'm really trying to prioritize space when I'm packing and make sure I can fit as much as possible in as small of a space as possible. So what I do when I'm trying to conserve space in my suitcase or backpack is I use gallon size or really any size Ziploc bags. Essentially, I just fold or roll up the clothes kind of as tightly as possible, and then I fit them into the plastic bag. And then I will kind of kneel on it or squish it down while I'm zipping up the top. And then I'll leave usually just like a little tiny kind of space like this at the very end of the bag once I have everything inside of it and it's all squished down. I'll leave this little space here, and then I just, like a vacuum sealed bag or like a giant storage bag, what I'll do is I'll just put my mouth around it and I will suck in the air to kind of suck all the air out of the bag. And that way what's left inside is really kind of squished down as much as possible, and it takes up very little space. Well, I think that's about everything, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was entertaining and hopefully maybe a little bit helpful if you are trying to figure out what to or how to pack for an upcoming trip of your own. Let me know in the comments below if you found anything particularly useful, or if you have tips or advice of your own too, or if you have been to Switzerland or Italy before. I would love your recommendations and advice, as this is my first time going to both places. So definitely let me know where we should check out, what we should see, what we should do, all of that fun stuff. So stay tuned to check out all of our fun videos and footage from this upcoming trip. I'm so excited, I can't wait. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.